Good morning from Chicagoland. This is Munira from Willows Hills in the southwest suburb of Chicago. I am here with Chris Baker, who is an influencer like me. Hi, Chris.
Hey, Munira.
Good morning. And I have invited Chris because he can add value to our program here. One of the things that I am odd about this man is that he's moved his life from UK to United States. Tell us about that.
So that was quite a big move actually, because all my family is all back in the UK. So it was really about rebooting my life and trying to find a purpose, which is what drives me forward. So I'd actually had a long time, over 21 years in the retail automotive industry in the UK, and was burnt out basically of chasing targets month after month. So I wanted to come and have a better quality of life, a better work-life balance. And so I moved to Florida and started working for Disney to get that. But actually, all it really did was reignited a passion inside of me to want to add value and do better for other people. So that's the journey that I've been probably subconsciously on for the last 7 years, and then the last year or so, it's really accelerated and ignited to where I am today.
That's awesome. So, how do you add value to people?
So my actual mission, if you like, my why statement is simply written as to add value to people so that they can become the best version of themselves. So through the coaching and training that I've received on the John Maxwell certification, plus my 6.5 years of Disney leadership experience and my 21 plus years of management experience in the retail industry dealing with sales and customer service, I really try to get to know people and help them to understand themselves. So I'm a big believer that if you understand your own purpose and your own passion, your own why, that's a great foundation for actually achieving what you want to achieve in life. So my way of adding value is to help people understand that, and really just to ask them questions to help expand their thinking so that they grow and develop themselves, rather than just a traditional way of thinking that I believe is where we're just told what to think and to follow direction and not pursue our dream.
So when people come to you, Chris, do they ask you, do they know what they want, or are they completely clueless?
I wouldn't say they're necessarily completely clueless, but I would also say that some people think they know what they want, but actually when we go through the process, it isn't what they want, right? So, or it maybe needs tweaking a little bit and adjusting a little bit. So, I'm working with a couple at the moment that thought they had a pretty clear idea of their dream, but as we go through the process, they're understanding that it wasn't as thought out and clear as they thought it was. And now, because they've got a better understanding of it, they're in a better place to move forward and make it happen.
Okay, so how do people seek you out? What are they asking you, or how are you found?
So I'm on the normal sort of social media platforms. So Facebook, a lot on LinkedIn. I'm getting a lot of people come to me through LinkedIn connections, which are more of the business type people. And then through recommendations as well. So, there'll be some people that are at Disney that will reach out, and then I'll talk to them about it outside of work, but also recommendations. Some fellow John Maxwell team members that just want help and advice and guidance as well. So some of those have joined my workshops and classes. So it's really, to me, it's about if I deliver and exceed expectations, I believe that my I'll call them clients, but they become more than friends than clients. They will recommend me, and because I'm delivering an excellent service that exceeds their expectations, they're happy to recommend me to other people. So it's building in multiple ways.
So you said your primary goal is to have people become the best version of themselves.
Correct.
How do they know they want change? They want to do that.
Well, some people don't, right? And some people don't want to change, or they deny the fact they want to change, and they settle for what they've got, and that's okay if that's what they want. You know, I'm looking at probably less than 5% of people actually know that they've got a dream. And of the other 95%, maybe 20-25% would want to, but they don't really know how to do it. And then there's a large percent that are really just don't want to move out of their comfort zone, and that's okay. So I think one of the things that I think will help people understand it is if they see other people that they know that are growing and developing. What I definitely know and see is that if I get in front of people and talk to people, they are more likely to want to grow and develop and be the best version of themselves than if I'm just interacting with them or putting posts out on social media. That physical interaction definitely helps, because then my passion comes through and they can see, actually, yeah, maybe I have got a passion that's in my subconscious mind.
Wow. Okay. Because I know I come across people who are tired of their current situation.
Right.
They want to step out of it, but they don't know how to.
Mm-hmm.
They think they don't need professional help. They're going to read a book that they think that's going to help them.
Correct.
What would you advise people like that?
So the thing there, and that's a great example, Munira, and it does happen a lot, right? Whereas people will be waiting for the right time, waiting for a lucky break, waiting for somebody else to present them with an opportunity. And basically the truth of it is we own our destiny, right? We are in control of our destiny. We are responsible for the decisions that we make. We're all faced with choices every day, and the decision we make based on those choices dictates the path that our journey takes. And a lot of people will take the path of least resistance, right? They'll take the easy option, because traditionally we want quick results. Yeah, we're in an instant gratification society where we see something, we want it now. Yeah, we've got Amazon Prime. If we want something, we go on Amazon Prime. You can have it delivered in 2 hours sometimes. Whereas previously you would have to wait like a week. If we have to wait now a couple of days for something to be delivered, we get impatient, which is crazy. But that's the way our society goes. So with those people, again, the first thing I would do, and I would want to take them through, is to actually help them identify their why. So I have programs for that that can help them understand their why, and by that I mean what is their purpose, what's their passion, what motivates them, what makes them happy. Because one of the things that a lot of people think is that success brings happiness, and it doesn't. Happiness brings success. So, you know, I want to help people find their happy place, right? Find that thing that makes them happy, that motivates them to do better, and that in turn will bring them success and allow them to be the best version of themselves. And the reason I say the best version of themselves, just to explain that, is that for each of us it's different levels, right? We can't all be the best, because by definition of the word best is the top. That's one person, right, is the best. So we can't all be the best. So I say, let's be the best version of ourselves. Whatever level that is, that's what we want to achieve.
Okay. That's profound. What you just said was pretty profound. It took me a minute to digest it and think, because you're pretty at a high level, and most people don't know what their why is. They go through life because they just go through life, and that's what fate is.
Yep.
Something that they always blame about.
Mm-hmm.
I am not. This is because, and their drive, if you will, is very minimal.
Correct.
One of the other things is that you talk about why, and there are very many motivational books out there. Which one is the one that really resonates with what you do and with you?
There's several, Munira. I know so the one that I use for helping people to define their why is a Simon Sinek book called Find Your Why, strangely enough. But then I use John Maxwell's book, Put Your Dream to the Test, as the foundation for a lot of what I do. Because it's okay finding your why, but then what do you do with it? So it's a tiered process. So actually putting your dream to the test. So now you know your why, you know your passion, and what are you going to do with it? So how do you want to do that? And then when you look at your dream, how do you understand if it truly is your dream? So I would use those two books. And then I also really draw from Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, as well, because that concentrates a lot on the fact that desire backed by faith and persistence will produce results. And again, that fits in with the concept that I'm talking about. So they would be the three main books. And then I draw from it personal experiences, right, of my life, of my leadership life, of Disney leadership techniques, and of other key people in my life. So Walt Disney is one that I quote a lot, and I look at a lot of the stories in his life from his biography. So there's a couple of really good biographies about Walt Disney that really just show you the fact that desire, dreaming, persistence, and faith all pays dividends. So that's what I use as the basis for my work.
So in your opinion, if you have all of those things, especially start dreaming, but don't let it fizzle out, is something that you would advise people?
Yes, but I think you need help, right? So I know you said earlier where people think they don't need professional help. I think they do. If you look at any successful person, whatever walk of life, they've got a coach, right, or a mentor, somebody that is helping them, guide them. Not giving them the answers, because you need to find the answers yourself, but just to guide them in the right direction and ask questions to, as a sanity check, if you like, to make sure they're on the right track and that they've thought it through. So I think the books in themselves are great, but you can read a book, put it down, never do anything with it, and then what use has it been? So to read a book and dive into it, and that's why I'm now opening up a monthly membership academy where people can work with me every other week, sometimes 3 weeks a month, where we sort of really look at these principles and dig deep into it. Because the only way, as you know as well, the only way that you can really get good at something is to keep working on it.
That's true.
Yeah. So that's the other advice. Don't just buy the book, read it once, put it down and think you've cracked it, because you haven't, right? You've got to keep working at it and find somebody to help guide you, a coach, a mentor. That's what's going to make the difference and help you become the best version of yourself.
That's true. So I go back in my life a little bit. When I first came to America, I didn't know a lot of stuff. Internet was just in it very, very, very intimately with, people, and we had the auto dial-up with AOL. Oh, those were the days.
Right.
With the modem. And so when I started with that, I had a mentor, and I've never met him before. His name was David. That's all I know about him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where he came from or how he did it. We were in a chat group, which was a big thing then. Now everybody chats. But, and he would help me through a lot of things. And it was because of his guidance and his pushing me, actually. And not pushing me, physically, but, you want to do this. You have to. You have to be this successful, that I now have a master's degree in healthcare management.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just because I was curious to ask him how he was doing certain things, and he took that and he pushed me into the right direction. For which, I'm never going to, I don't think I'm ever going to meet him again, ever. We've lost touch, but we have each other's email and we find each other through LinkedIn. But, you know, you have to have somebody who guides you. Otherwise, you're so lost.
Correct.
And so I value what you're doing, and I value the value that you bring to people, because that's about it. People don't understand what we do as coaches and mentors, but I refuse to call myself a coach anymore. I am a challenger, and I am an influencer. That's
Correct.
what you are.
Yes.
I thank you, Chris, for your time today.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for inviting me. It's good.
And you were the first one that jumped on when I broadcasted this, because I want people to know the value we bring into people's life, one. And two, there's just not me. There's others out there that can help you. If you can't resonate with me, there's others out there. So I'm going to do a few more people. I'm going to interview a few more people and bring value to other people's lives. And if how do they contact you? Do they just find you on LinkedIn?
They can find me on LinkedIn or through the website. My website is chris-j-baker.com. So Chris J Baker, but with the sort of hyphen in between the Chris and the J and the Baker. That's my website, and there's a contact me page on there, so they can email me through there. And my business is Release Your Unconscious. So I have a business page on Facebook, as well as my personal page, so they can find me through there, or say through LinkedIn. So any of those.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Chris, and I appreciate it. And one more question before I let you go.
Yes.
Who is your favorite Disney character?
So my favorite Disney character is, well, it always used to be Pluto. But when Nicholas Wilde sort of took over that, and he's a fox, right? Because I'm from Leicester originally in the UK, and the symbol for Leicester is a fox. And my football team or soccer team back in Leicester City, which are the Foxes. So foxes are the symbols. So Nicholas Wilde became a character that I have. I think I've got him on some of my profile pictures on some of the Disney accounts and so on. But Pluto is probably a favorite going back a while.
Awesome. Thank you so much, and have a good day.
Thank you.